I've made several videos in the past about unusual single-season win-loss pitching records. Great pitchers who've had low win percentages, and bad pitchers with high percentages. The topic of pitching wins got me interested in the methods pitchers take to achieve victories, as not all pitching appearances are created equal. You see, a pitcher qualifies for the win when he is the most recent pitcher to appear in the game for the winning team when they take the lead for good and do not relinquish it. Specifically, for starting pitchers to qualify for a win, they must A. complete at least 5 innings, B. depart the game while his team is winning, and C. not have his team allow the opposing team to tie or take the lead, i.e. his team must always have the lead when he departs. For relief pitchers, they don't have a set number of innings. They just need to be the most recent pitcher to appear when his team takes the lead for good. This leads to an array of interesting events. Since a relief pitcher just needs to be the most recent pitcher to pitch, he only needs a third of an inning pitched to qualify for the victory. For example, let's say a relief pitcher comes into the game with the score tied and 2 outs, he records the final out, has his team take the lead in the following inning, and gets replaced immediately, he'll earn the win. A pitcher earning a win while only recording a third of an inning happens more often than you think. In the history of Major League Baseball through April 2023, it's happened nearly 2,300 times. That includes nearly 50 occurrences just last season in 2022 and over 700 occurrences since 2010. Given the increasingly usage of bullpens in recent history, that makes sense, so it's nothing special. However, what is special is a pitcher recording a win while only throwing 1 pitch. Given all the necessary criteria mentioned before, if a reliever can record that final out with 1 pitch, he'll earn the victory. While thousands have won a ball game while only recording 1 out, how many pitchers have recorded a victory with only a single pitch thrown? In the pitch count tracking era, which is 1988 to present day, it's happened 165 times. A quick context note, while there are a handful of recorded appearances of a 1-pitch victory prior to 1988, pitch counts before that year are incomplete and unreliable, so all information on pitch amounts will be from 1988 to present day. Not only has this happened 165 times, it happened 4 times just last season in 2022. So it's rare, but does happen. That list of 165 one-pitch wins includes 26 instances where the pitcher recorded 2 outs. A 1-pitch double play to end the inning, and not all of these plays are what you may think. Sure, there's a bunch of routine double plays, but there's some uncommon ones as well. In a 2012 game between the Milwaukee Brewers and Arizona Diamondbacks, D-backs reliever Brian Shaw came into the game in the 6th inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. On his only pitch thrown, he induced the routine 6-2-1 double play, shortstop to catcher to first base. That double play kept it a 3-1 game, and in the bottom half, Arizona scored 3 runs to take a 4-3 lead. Shaw was replaced in the 7th and earned the win. Something interesting to note, there's been over 108,000 double plays hit to shortstop since 1914, and only 129 of those were shortstop to catcher to first base. 2 extremely rare events in one play. In a 2016 game between the Minnesota Twins and Seattle Mariners, Twins reliever Ryan Presley came into the game to face Nelson Cruz with runners on the corners and 1 out in a tied game. Cruz hits a fly ball to center fielder Danny Santana, who proceeds to throw out Seth Smith at home plate to end the inning. Minnesota took the lead in the top of the 7th, Presley was replaced, and the Twins won 6-5, giving Presley the ultra-rare 1-pitch victory. In a similar play during a Mets-Cardinals game from 2009, Jason Mott came into the game to face catcher Ramon Castro, who hit a fly ball out to right. Carlos Beltran, the runner on second, tagged up to go to third, but the ball bounced away from third baseman Joe Thurston, and while attempting to score the go-ahead run, Beltran got thrown out the plate to end the inning. 1 pitch and 2 outs. The Cardinals scored in the bottom half, Mott was replaced, and he earned the victory. Even more rarer than a 1-pitch double play to earn the win are games where the batter didn't put the ball in play. 4 times did the inning end on a caught stealing. Pitchers don't even need to throw strikes to earn the win, as 2 of those 4 caught steals were on balls. Going back to the full list of 1-pitch wins, 2 of them occurred in the postseason. Jeff Fassero picked up the win in Game 2 of the 2002 National League Division Series for the Cardinals against the Diamondbacks, while Lance Lynn induced a double play to pick up the win in Game 2 of the 2011 National League Championship Series, also for the Cardinals. Furthermore, there have been 18 pitchers who achieved this feat multiple times, which includes 4 pitchers accomplishing this 3 times. David Robertson is the only active pitcher who's achieved a 1-pitch victory 3 times, last doing so in 2011. He's one of 2 active pitchers to have done this multiple times, with Ryan Presley being the other. Of the 25 to do this multiple times, 6 pitchers have done it twice in the same season. This includes Luis Vizcaíno of the 2002 Milwaukee Brewers, who achieved this feat twice in the span of 6 days. Still looking at this list, there were also a handful of times where the 1 pitch resulted in an out, a hit, and a run scoring. The most bizarre of which took place in a 2015 game between the Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds. With the Cubs up 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th and runners on 1st and 2nd, Reds reliever Ryan Matthews came in to replace the Cincinnati Reds starter Michael Lorenzen. Third baseman Chris Bryant swings at the first pitch and hits a ground ball back up the middle. Second baseman Brandon Phillips knocks it down but is unable to keep hold of the ball. That's a single for Bryant, and Kyle Schwarber comes in to score on this play. The runner that was on first, Anthony Rizzo, attempts to advance to third base but gets thrown out to end the inning. In the bottom half, with the Reds down 2 runs, they rallied to score 4 runs off Justin Grimm to take a 7-5 lead. Matthews was subbed out for the 6th inning, and the Reds went on to win 13-6. It would wind up being the final win of Matthews' career. A run-scoring, 1-pitch victory. Imagine warming up in the bullpen for several minutes, walking all the way out to the mound, throwing multiple warm-up pitches, and only throwing a single pitch to end the inning, and you're out of the game with a victory. Easiest job in the world, and the most annoying sequence of commercials. 2+ minutes of ads, 1 pitch, then 2+ minutes of ads again. I've covered a lot of these 1-pitch win games, but I didn't get to the most bizarre one yet. The strangest occurrence also happened in 2015. On the second to last game of the regular season, the Los Angeles Angels were in Arlington to face the Texas Rangers. In the bottom of the 8th inning, with Texas winning 10-6, left-handed hitting first baseman Prince Fielder is about to step to the plate with a runner in scoring position. With right-handed pitcher Matt Latos on the mound, LA manager Mike Scioscia calls on left-handed reliever JoJo Reyes to face Fielder. This was no ordinary appearance for Reyes, as he was about to make an appearance in a Major League Baseball game for the first time in over 5 years. He spent the last 4 seasons on various minor league teams and playing overseas in the KBO. With a large deficit, he's most likely just in a mop-up role. Somebody needs the pitch for the Angels, so why not him? Regardless, it's his first time on the mound in an MLB game since September 2011. And you want to see what happens in his appearance?
He was grabbed out of the Mexican League, and before we can even talk any further about him,
Fielder lines out and Reyes gets the final out without allowing a run to score. A very brief moment for him after being away for so long. Short-lived, but at least he came into the game. In the top of the 9th, down 4 runs, the Angels erupted for 5 runs, hitting 2 home runs and scoring 3 runs with 2 outs to take an 11-10 lead. Closer Joe Smith came in to pitch the 9th and finished the game, giving JoJo Reyes a victory when he only threw a single pitch. Reyes didn't appear at all in the final game of the season, which means that one single pitch he threw in game 161 was his only pitch of the entire season, and yet he won a ball game. That win would be the final one of his career, and he only threw 2 additional innings in the major leagues before retiring. To this day, it has to be one of the most unusual pitching seasons in baseball history. 1 pitch over 162 games, and yet a win. Although uncommon, 1-pitch wins are a bit of a frivolous statistic. It's perhaps the most bizarre and unique way a pitcher can earn a victory. The ultimate least amount a pitcher can do to record a win in a Major League Baseball game. Okay, I lied. It's not the least amount a pitcher can do to record a win. What could possibly be less than a single pitch? Well, there have been not 1, but 2 instances of a pitcher earning a win without throwing a single pitch. It happened to BJ Ryan of the 2003 Baltimore Orioles and Alan Embry of the 2009 Colorado Rockies. As you can probably figure out, they recorded the final out of the inning with a pickoff. There's no footage of Ryan's appearance, but there is of Embry's. On July 7, 2009, the Washington Nationals were in Colorado to face the Rockies. With the score tied at 4, 2 outs in the 8th and a runner on first, lefty specialist Alan Embry is brought into the game to face left-handed hitter Niger Morgan. Before throwing a single pitch, Embry picks off Austin Kearns attempting to steal second, thanks in part to the fielders getting him in a rundown. That's the 3rd out, and the inning is over. The Rockies score a run in the bottom half of the 8th inning to take a 5-4 lead, and closer Houston Street enters the game in the 9th and retires the side in order for the save. Without throwing a single pitch, Embry earns the victory. It was the 39th and final victory of his 16-year career. 3 days after this game, he would sustain a season-ending injury and would never appear in another Major League Baseball game ever again. The final victory of his career, a 0-pitch appearance, just one of 2 confirmed occurrences in MLB history. It's the art of doing a lot with nothing, 1-pitch or 0-pitch victories.